Hey everyone, I'm here to do my March wrap-up video. Sorry if I sound a little bit weird. I do have a cold. I wanted to make this video yesterday because of my limited time, but I was just way too congested, and I was also stuck babysitting, so not a good combination. I hope the kids didn't get sick, but whatever, it was not my choice. It was for family, so I read 14 books in March, which is quite a lot. So first I'm going to just give a quick reviews of the few books that I have not included in any like weekly or individual book reviews. The first book that I did not include in any videos is Hickory, Dickory, by Agatha Christie. This is a Poirot novel in which his secretary, Miss Lemon, makes like a couple errors in something that she typed up for him, and Miss Lemon is so efficient she never makes mistakes, and she didn't catch this, so he knows something wrong. He knows something is wrong, pardon me. And so it turns out that Miss Lemon's sister is the matron at a youth hostel where things have been like disappearing and other things have been like ruined, and so seems like there is a prankster on the loose, but Poirot thinks that is something more serious, and he goes to the hostel, and it turns out that yes, someone dies, so it was something more serious going on. I like this book, but I didn't love it. I'd either give it a 3.5 or a 4 out of stars, maybe just a 3.5. It was interesting to, probably the most interesting part of the book for me was seeing the change in racial attitudes during this time, because this is post-World War II. So there's some ideas or things in here which we might find quite stereotypical / racist or prejudicial or something like that today, but if you compare it with, like, say some of Christie's older works, you really see a progression, because there are some characters in here staying at the youth hostel who are from different countries. So I thought that was interesting, but this didn't end up being a favorite of mine at all. The next one I have is another Agatha Christie, and it is Dead Man's Folly. This is another Poirot one, which I thought I was really gonna love. In this book, Poirot's friend Ariadne Oliver, who is a celebrated mystery writer, she's like, Christie pretty much writes her as a parody of herself. She is a guest at a house that's having like some sort of carnival event, and they're having her as one of the games arrange this mystery game where she arranges like a murder and clues, and they have to figure out who solved it. She calls Poirot in because she thinks something's wrong and she thinks something bad is going to happen. So Poirot comes in, like, seemingly to help to help deliver, or to help hand out prizes for the game, and of course someone does die. I thought with such a cool premise that I would really love this book, but I ended up again only really just liking it, which is not bad in itself, I guess, but it didn't end up being like a standout favorite for me, so I give it a 4 out of 5. I was actually pleased with the mystery that I didn't solve it, but there was no big wow factor like I've had with a lot of Christie's earlier books. And then the last book that I have not yet reviewed is The Masqueraders by Georgette. This is a pre-Regency romance. This is actually quite early Georgian. I think this is right after the Jacobite Rebellion. This book is about a pair of siblings who were on the wrong side of the rebellion, and so now they're in hiding. The way they do this, they masquerade as the opposite sex. So the boy masquerades as the sister, like obviously a different pair of siblings, and the girl is dressed up as a man. For some reason, they think this is the best disguise, which I didn't really quite get, but suspend disbelief. It was a quite humorous novel. I mean, there's no way this was not meant to be taken seriously, okay? And I thought it was funny, and I enjoyed like the main male love interest in this the best, Sir Anthony Fanshawe, who I think they called him the Mountain or something because he's a really big guy. I thought that was funny, but it was not, again, it was not a favorite of mine. It was a little bit kind of cheesy, which, I mean, it should be pretty obvious given what it's about. It wasn't anything particularly special, but I thought it was a funny, light read, and I'd give it probably like a 3 out of 5 rating. That ends my March reads. Hopefully I was somewhat coherent. I've on quite a bit of cold meds, probably more than I should be taking, but I really can't cope with this because I've been sick in quite a few months, probably like over 4 months, which for me is a long time, especially given the second half of last year. I seemed to have like no immune system, if you recall that. I will see you guys shortly because I'm actually going to review the first couple of my April books.